All right, let's dive right in. Today, we are talking about a total life reset. I'm not kidding. We're going to explore this idea that the entire system is kind of rigged against you when it comes to your health. And the key to winning? Well, it's hidden inside your own mind. This is going to be good. Okay, just let that one sink in for a second. The author calls this the most destructive sentence he's ever heard. And you know what? He's probably right. It's this dangerous little whisper we tell ourselves. But the reality is, our hospitals, our prisons, and our graveyards are absolutely full of people who once believed they were invincible. So, this source material frames our daily lives in a pretty intense way. It's like we're all playing this high stakes game of Russian roulette. Every single choice we make, what we eat, what we do, is like spinning the chamber of a gun. And to prove just how real this is, the author shares some absolutely heartbreaking stories from his own life. First, there was his mother, Pam. She battled her weight pretty much her whole life. And tragically, because of her obesity, a form of cancer that should have been treatable went completely unnoticed. By the time they finally found it, it was the size of a grapefruit. Just imagine how much harder that made her fight. And then there's his father. At just 57 years old, after needing bypass surgery, the doctors laid it out for him, plain and simple. Change your habits or you will die. And his response? You're not going to believe this. He said, "That is a life I do not want to live." He just couldn't imagine a life without the foods, drinks, and drugs he was used to. He truly believed a healthy life just wasn't worth living. So, for the next 3 years, he tried to die happy, just doubling down on all those self-destructive habits. But here's the thing, he didn't die. Instead, he lived for another 40 years. But it wasn't really living. He became a shell of a man, his body slowly decomposing, his dreams of travel and retirement just dissolving inside a parked RV he was too unwell to even use. Look, these stories are they're awful. But they're not unique, are they? And the book argues there's a really big reason for that. It's not just about our individual choices, it's about the entire system we're all living in. So that brings us to the big question, right? If we all know how important health is, why does it feel so ridiculously hard? Why does it feel like this constant, impossible, uphill battle for so many of us? And here is the single most crucial point the author makes, so listen up. It is not your fault. Let me say that again. It is not your fault. You're not weak-willed. You're not a loser. You are caught in a massive web spun by some really powerful industries that actually profit from your poor health. So who are these players rigging the game? Well, here they are. You've got Big Food bombarding us with ads for what the author calls Frankenfood. You've got Big Sugar getting kids hooked early by putting vending machines in schools. Big Pharma pushing pills for symptoms instead of fixing the root cause. And of course, Big Tobacco, which has engineered addiction into a science. They all profit when you lose. So the takeaway here is massive. Your struggle isn't a personal failing. You're playing a game that was rigged from the very start. The system is literally designed for you to fail. But, and this is a big but, understanding that is the first step to taking back control. Okay, so if the game out there is rigged, how in the world do you fight back? The book argues you start on the only battlefield you have complete control over, the one inside your head. We're talking about hacking that inner voice. Now this is a total game changer. It's a concept from Michael Singer's book, The Untethered Soul, and it's profound. You are not your thoughts. You're the one observing them. Just like you're not your reflection in the mirror, you're the one looking at it. This separation, it gives you power. And this illustrates the two modes of that inner voice perfectly. On the left, you've got the untrained narrator. It's reactive, it just replays all that negativity, and it wastes your energy. But on the right, that's the potential, a trusted resource that acts like your own internal GPS, constantly rerouting you toward your goals. So how do you make that switch? The author introduces this really unique technique he calls ChatGPT. And it's simple. Just like with an AI, the better the prompt you give your mind, the better the response you'll get. You can literally prompt engineer your inner voice to work for you, not against you. Okay, so how do you put all of this into practice? The book lays out a really clear, structured plan for taking back control. It's a holistic path to wellness. The path forward is broken into 3 core pillars. It starts with step 1, sculpt the mind, where you actively chisel away all those negative thoughts planted by that rigged system. Then, step 2 is to eat to beat. fueling your body with whole foods to fight inflammation and disease from the inside out. Finally, step 3 is to get fit for life, building a sustainable routine for a strong, resilient body. It's the whole system: mind, nutrition, and fitness, all working together. But what makes this whole plan actually stick? The source is crystal clear. You have to find your why. This is the destination you plug into that internal GPS we talked about. It's your deep, personal reason for making a change. With a strong why, every single choice becomes simple. Does this get me closer to my goal or further away? Now for the final piece of the puzzle. The book introduces a modern, high-tech tool to make this journey not just possible, but actually practical. This is your secret weapon for the reset. Just think about this for a second. What if you had a personal wellness expert that you could talk to anytime, day or night, for guidance and support? And what if it was completely free? Well, meet Lexi. It's a custom AI chatbot the author developed to act as your personal wellness companion. It is designed to support you through every single stage of your Great Reset. So how does it work? Well, Lexi gives you the exact prompts to start retraining your inner voice. It can build custom shopping lists and recipes for the Eat to Beat plan. And it designs exercise routines for the Fit for Life pillar, no matter where you're starting from. It's a practical guide right in your pocket 24/7. And the author brings this whole idea together with this powerful quote from Michelangelo. The masterpiece version of you is already there. The journey isn't about adding something new. It's about removing what doesn't belong. So the final question is for you. What are the unnecessary thoughts, habits, and beliefs that you need to chisel away to reveal the masterpiece that's already inside? If you're ready to start chiseling, you can find the book, The Lexi AI, and all the resources at yourgreatreset.life. Thanks so much for watching.